What's happening? Welcome back. Today I'm back over here at my buddy's house. Got stuff on my face. Hey, my contacts are really messing up today, so if the video is blurry, it's because my contacts thinks it's clear, and if the video is clear, that means my contacts thinks it's blurry. It's like vice versa. I don't know if y'all catch that, but we're back over here at my buddy's house. We're gonna check on those two MR2s. You got the black one and then the teal one that he's working on. The Jswap and the K-Swap. So I'm gonna get videos and keep y'all updated. I don't know if it's still going Jswap, but it should be. So I'll show y'all the cleanup. We cleaned up the trunk and we got all the rust out and all that stuff. I just never updated you guys. I'll also throw in a video that he had sent me that I had on my phone. I could throw in this video, and I'll cut to that right now.
Of today's progress, we got teal MR2 bay all stripped, painted, and I just finished clearing it. So I was gonna get the all motor J. That was my car, all taped off. And we got a K-Turbo Civic Coupe that I'm cleaning up a little bit, and then it's going to be for sale. Made like 400 wheel on pump gas.
That's what's going to go on today. I'm going to go inside right now and I'll show you guys the car, and when I get in there I'll get y'all updated. Alright, so remember all the rust and stuff that was in here? We got all that cleaned up. That's taken care of. And then we got that painted. And then the engine bay was prepped and painted, so it matches the car now. Everything matches. So the entire car, it all match and it's clean. It's not dirty like it was. Dang it. I'm on the camera. I'm jacking up the camera all day today. But yeah, everything matched right now. So no more rust. Clean. Hey, look at this. Y'all said I couldn't TIG weld. I TIG welded this in there. Look, I did that. Yep. I did that right there. No one else. I did it. No, I'm just playing. I didn't do all that. My friend did that. The camera shy guy. Guys, remember this? A long time ago. See, template's still being used. Got to make another one. So we got the valve covers. Well, one is almost done. The other one needs to be done. It's welded, but the inside needs to be done. Put a 12 feet on it, or 12 amp on it for a breather. Just need to get them powder coated. It'll be alright. Here's the Jswap going in the teal car. I don't know what he's doing with this motor right here. Probably gonna be like an all motor build or something. Probably turbo. I don't know. Alright, peoples, we back. I know I probably closed out the other vlog or whatever, but it's probably going to continue with this one. So what I'm going to do today, you guys remember I put the fuel pump underneath the car, right? After talking to some people, I spoke to my buddy over at Toyonda, and I watched the video. Shout out to Vegas Boost. Watched his video, and shout out to Brian over at Garage Built TV. Their advice is, you know, it's not easily accessible. And Vegas Boost, he said his was super loud, and he's got not the pump that I have. He's got a different pump, but mine is actually louder than his. So he is going to move his pump from in the tunnel as well. So before I go ahead and run these fuel lines, I'm going to just go ahead and move this fuel pump so I won't have to worry about it. It's sitting in the tunnel, it's humming all the time. Eventually going to put a radio back in here, but I don't think the radio will drown out the noise as much. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that right now. I got a plate right here that I got from Toyota. I just went ahead and grabbed it from them, and I'm gonna go ahead and mount this in the front, and then I'm gonna mount the fuel pump to it. It should be a little 20-minute job, but if I'm in here 4 hours later, I'll definitely let you guys know. But we'll go ahead and knock this out. Taking out the fuel pump will probably be the hardest, or not hard, but it'll probably take longer. And I finally got around to getting these bins from the dollar store to organize all the nuts and bolts that I've been having in all these kind of containers and stuff. So I'm gonna have to go grab some more, but I'll end up. It's a little tip for you guys, man. Run to the dollar store and grab these little bowls. They're $1 a piece. You can't beat that. Put all the nuts and bolts in there. You can stack them up and put them in corners somewhere. I'll probably build a little shelf for them, or put them over there on that shelf. So you keep all your nuts and bolts neat, and keep all your nuts neat and clean and tidy. You don't have to worry about cluttered nuts and bolts. I'm childish, y'all. I'm childish. But this is what I was doing, but I got kind of fed up, so I'm gonna get fed up. I just got tired of doing it, so I'm gonna just go ahead and remove that fuel pump and move it. Alright, so that's where my fuel cell will go. Don't judge the welds they hold. Your MIG welder did it. And this is where I'm planning to put the fuel pump, right here, right beside it. I'll weld that little tab on there. Got a little tab on here where I drill the hole to, and then I'll just bolt it down to it. So this is the setup that I'm going with right now. Just gonna mount the fuel pump to this, and I'm gonna go underneath the car and grab the fuel pump right now, put the car back down, and then take this out and fab this up. Alright guys, unfortunately that's it for tonight. This piece of aluminum that I have isn't gonna work, and I don't have enough angle iron to go all the way back here, and I need a bigger piece of aluminum. Now the reason for a bigger piece of aluminum is I need to go ahead and show you guys. Put this right here. So this will sit like this. I need a piece of aluminum that sits further back. So I need like a 12 by something, and then I could cut a corner right there and make it fit over the brake. But I need it to sit at least back here, so that way it clears up front, and then the fuel cell will clear. Plus, if I do it this way, that way it won't work as well, because, let me show you guys. That way it won't work because I have to run the radiator lines on this side, and it'll be hitting the fuel cell on this side. So I'm gonna go to the metal shop tomorrow, get a bigger piece of aluminum, get another piece of angle iron. I'm glad I didn't weld it on there or make any hasty decisions. And that way, what I'll do, this will still come like that, but it'll angle off and it goes straight out. And I'm probably going to try to fit the fuel pumps. I already got the fuel pump up here. I'll probably try to fit the fuel filters right beside the fuel pump. So what'll happen is you'll have the line coming from the fuel cell. Hold on. So what happens, you have the line coming from the fuel cell. It'll go into a fuel filter, go back around into the fuel pump, come back into the other fuel filter, and go back underneath the car over there, right over there, and run towards the back. So I'm gonna have it all up here, and then there won't be any lines underneath the car to leak. And that'll be a good idea, because, excuse me, if you have any leaks or anything, it's easy to change. It's right here. Could change it with the car on the ground. I don't have to take the car out. I'll probably have another bracket made eventually, but for now this one will do. I want something cleaner than what I have. I made this one, but it'll work. It'll certainly work for what I want it to do right now. Unfortunately, guys, I couldn't finish the project I started in this episode. I'll show you guys next time. I really appreciate you guys coming back and checking. This was a short video anyway. I didn't really show you guys anything I was doing. Oh, I got something else for y'all. I'm not gonna close this out just yet. I'm gonna show you guys something. Give me a second. Alright, so I'm inside the house and I got something to show you guys. Especially K-Bros. K-Bros been slipping. Man, you said you were gonna get that thing to me. You slipping, bro. You slipping. And you losing out right now. Because I'm only getting better at this. But this thing looks amazing. I did mine, and when I did mine, I didn't have all the right stuff. I did it wrong. It was my first time doing it, and I learned from my mistakes while I was doing mine. So this is how it turned out. The next one I do will probably be a lot better than this one. Like, it'll be so much better because I'm learning as I do it. And this one came out good. This one came out amazing. This is how I wanted mine to come out at the time, but I was slipping, didn't really know what to do, so I did my research on the second one. Well, not really research, I just learned from all my mistakes on mine, and I did this one. So I'm going to get another harness and do a new one for myself, or I could just clean up the harness I have. That means I have to depin it again, redo it, and that stuff. I don't know if I want to do all that, but take a look at this. So let's start down here. This is what runs into the car, plugs into the ECU, all of this done. If you remember on mine, like, I got electrical tape all around this because I didn't slide loom over it before I started looming everything else. So all this is done neat. You see how that's neat right there? And we come up to where it collects, and all this is neat. I still got to repin them. All this is neat. These go to the transmission. All these. There's a little speed sensor and stuff. Then you go up here, then you have those little cam sensors. Sorry, it's all bright. You have these little cam sensors. And what I did different on this one that I didn't do on mine is I left the coil plugs loose. For the simple fact that when this wire runs down to the crank sensor and the oil pressure sensor and all that, it was adding a little bit of tension. Like, if I had it loomed right here, then this would be all pushed up and bent up. I didn't want that on this one. So on this one, once he put it on the car, right, he could always zip tie right here, or I could run some heat shrink around it. And once he get it on the car, I could heat shrink it again for him, so it won't be an issue. Like, this is just, I don't even have to take any plugs off down here to put the heat shrink over it. But as you can see right here, heat shrink super nice. Over here, heat shrink super nice. Now this one is the one that's going to run back underneath the intake manifold, so that'll be kind of hidden. And then now we got all the injectors, and I did repin his injectors with ID 2000's injector clips. So I went ahead and put those wires in for him because the clips are different. You can't use the stock clips. So this is how this runs. So you come back to the part that goes under the intake manifold, and you split off into your injectors, right? Injector wires right there. Then what you're going to do after that is you're going to run, you have all the wires that goes to the throttle body and the intake manifold and all that. You got that. And this right here is the TPS. This didn't have one on there, so I put the wire in there for him, and he ended up giving me the clip. I'm going to put the clip on there for him. And then you have this that runs into your ground. Now the reason why these grounds are separated, if you know the ground run into this and run to the same little spot that the injectors run to. If you redid it, you can run the ground and put the ground wherever you want. Like, this thing is super clean. Normally you ground it on the block, back of the block or something. Thing's super clean. And if you check this one, well, this one right here is for the starter. You don't have the clip that goes in here anymore because you don't need that. It's not even that long. I'm gonna just put a plug on the end of this that plugs right onto the starter. We'll be good. This stuff goes to the throttle body. And what's a big deal now is the alternator, that wire that ran and it plugged right here, and then it have a big old plug right there. You don't have that no more. So what we have is just one plug that runs straight to the alternator, and then everything else. But I'm real happy how this one turned out. This one is super dope. I'm gonna redo mine. As you can see right here is all the trash that came off the old wiring harness, and it just looks junky. This new one is so much cleaner. And these are all the little tools that I used right there. I used it to loom. When I bought actual heat gun, I was using the torch to melt my heat shrink, and it wasn't bad, but I just went and got me a heat gun from Harbor Freight. And this right here could be maneuvered to any way you want it. If you want it to bend back, bend forward, all you gotta do is just heat this up and you can bend it, and the heat shrink, once it hardens, the heat shrink kind of stay in place. So, and that block, that big old janky block that was right here is gone. So I'm proud of this harness. This harness came out super good. He's got an MR2 as well, so we're gonna put it on his. But it looks super nice. I can't complain for this one, and I gave him a super good deal on it. So if I'm gonna do these for people, I'm not gonna consider them tuck harnesses. You could tuck them, but I'll just consider it a stock refresh harness because it looks way better than stock. And I'm not out here to go compete with all these big companies that's building these super tuck harnesses like K-Tuned or Y-Wire or whoever else is building harnesses. I'm not out here to compete with y'all. I'm not replacing all these wires like they do because I don't have a source for all these clips. So only thing you're going to get if you want me to do one for you is just a stock reloom and clean up of all the wires. That's all you'll get. But I'll do one for you guys. If you guys want me to do one, just send me your OEM harness, a couple $100, and I'll knock it out for you guys. It does take a while. It'll probably, between you shipping it to me and shipping it back, probably like 2.5 weeks. It'll take about a week for me to do this because it is time consuming, and I don't do it for 8 hours a day. So I'm not going to knock it out in one day for you guys. I'll do a couple each day. Like on this one, what I did was I came home and I just cut off all the old loom and put zip ties in place. Like I put a zip tie right here. That way I know that these wires separate right there. You know, put a zip tie down here to keep this together, keep all this side together, little stuff like that. So it is time consuming. I'll knock it out for you guys if you guys want one, and just hit my inbox and I'll give you all the price for it. But thank you guys for coming to check out the channel. I didn't do much today. I'm going to put the video that I had from, you know, checking out the MR2 and the update on the Jswap MR2 in here, so you guys will get, you guys got the Jswap update. I'll put a video in there that my buddy has sent me as well when he cleaned up the bay, and the videos that I took. Also tomorrow I'll go get the materials to fix the fuel pump situation in the front of the car. And once I get that situated, I will let you guys know, give you guys an update. Also, stickers should be here on Monday or Tuesday. If you guys want to go ahead and pre-order some stickers, or matter of fact, don't pre-order them because I got some different colors that I didn't list last time. So I'll go to my storefront and I'll take down the old stickers come Monday. I'll post a video that the new stickers are here. You guys can go ahead and order stickers if you guys want it. And if you go ahead and send me a wiring harness for me to knock it out for you, I will definitely send you some stickers. When you pay for a wiring harness, you'll get some stickers. But I'm not trying to whore out my work. It's not really what I'm on this channel for, is to sell wiring harnesses. It's just for you, update you guys. Dang, my contacts are getting super blurry. It's just to update you guys on what I'm doing to my car and my builds. So that's all I'm doing. Nothing much going on with the RSX. It does have an exhaust leak. I did end up passing emissions, by the way. So for those of y'all that prayed for me, I did end up passing emissions. And 202 sensors are going bad, or the catalytic converter is going bad. So I'm gonna get those replaced. It does have the exhaust leak, like I just mentioned, and I probably need to get some suspension bushings for the front, and the springs that are on there are crap, so I'll probably be doing a new suspension on that soon. But I want to get as far as I can on the MR2 before I start putting money into the RSX. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming back and supporting me. Peace. Oh, and like, share, and subscribe.